Good evening and welcome to the May 5th Council meeting. If you would please stand, Councilman Lucio is going to lead us in the flag salute.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Our first proclamation this evening is National Mental Health Awareness Month. It's my honor this evening to proclaim this month, May, as National Mental Health Awareness Month in the city of Chino. I'd like to call up Angie Garcia, Community Services Parks and Recreation Coordinator, and Lainey Lapis, Board Member for the National Alliance on Mental Health, Pomona Valley. And our proclamation reads, whereas on behalf of the citizens of Chino, we recognize the month of May 2026 as National Mental Health Awareness Month. The City of Chino, Chino Valley Unified School District, and Healthy Chino Coalition recognize that mental health issues can affect all people. It's estimated that more than 1 in 5 U.S. adults live with a mental illness. Misunderstandings exist about mental illnesses, and our social culture often wrongly imposes stigma on these conditions. The City of Chino recognizes the importance of addressing both mental and physical health concerns as being essential to everyone's overall health and well-being. And asking for help is a sign of strength and the first step towards achieving mental wellness. The City of Chino offers mental health services to youth, adults, and families, and the City of Chino partners with National Alliance for Mental Health Illness, Greater Los Angeles, Pomona Valley, to provide free support groups to educate, inspire hope, and decrease the stigma surrounding mental health issues. And whereas the City of Chino encourages you to reach out to your support network, a family member, friend, teacher, or counselor, now therefore I, Eunice Muloa, Mayor of the City of Chino, do hereby proclaim May 2026 as National Mental Health Awareness Month in the City of Chino and encourage each citizen to continue to be compassionate and understand the importance that mental health services provide.
Okay, thank you very, very much. And what Madam Mayor says is absolutely true. The reason that NAMI began, it was a grassroots organization to take the stigma out of a mental illness. No one has a problem saying my mother has high blood pressure or my cousin has diabetes. But heaven forbid you say they're schizophrenic or they're depressed or they have anxiety. So our number is very much available. I can give you the number afterwards. Angie has our number. We have support groups, we have classes, and if anyone's interested in volunteering on my helpline, please let Angie know, and I would be the one training you. And we take care of hundreds of people every month that reach out and ask us for help, and that was perfect. It shows strength when you ask for help. I told my students, asking a question doesn't mean you're dumb. It means you're smart. You want to know the answer. So reach out if you need us. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, we appreciate NAMI being here today, and we're proud to be a partner as well. And I just wanted to share about the services that we offer within the City of Chino. We do offer counseling at the Carolyn Owens Community Center for all ages. And there you will find on the second floor over 30 counselors providing quality caring service to our community. Same to kind of echo what you guys have already spoken on. We know that counseling can be intimidating at first, but the truth is that everyone does need support sometimes, and the fact is that we are all not alone here in this room and beyond. So thank you for being here to recognize this month with us, and yeah, we're just grateful to be part of serving the community.
Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Next It's my honor this evening to proclaim the week of May 3rd to May 9th, 2026 is Professional Municipal Clerks Week in the city of Chino. I'd like to have our mighty city clerk team please join me up front. Oops, what am I doing? Not yet. Oh my goodness. I'm not used to having staff come up like this. Oh, my goodness. So whereas the Office of Professional Municipal Clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world, the Office of Professional Municipal Clerk is the oldest among public servants, and the Office of Professional Municipal Clerk provides the professional link between the citizens, the local governing body, and agencies of government at all levels. Professional municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all. The professional municipal clerk serves as the information center on functions of local government and community. Professional municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the professional municipal clerk through participation in educational programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of their state, province, county, and international professional organizations. And whereas it's most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the Office of Professional Municipal Clerk, now therefore I, Eunice Uloa, Mayor of the City of Chino, do hereby recognize the week of May 3rd through the 9th as the 57th Annual Professional Municipal Clerks Week in the City of Chino, and further extend appreciation to the City of Chino City Clerk's Office and all professional municipal clerks for the vital services they perform and their dedication and commitment to the communities that they serve. Natalie?
Thank you, Mayor. We appreciate the support of the City Council in recognizing the 57th Annual Municipal Clerks Week. As always, thank you for all of the support and the recognition of the municipal clerk's profession. Thank you very much.
Would you like to introduce the other lady?
Yes, this is Maritza Sanchez, our Deputy City Clerk, and Hannah Barbie, our records records technician. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations. See, it's all right, on 3, 1, 2, and 3. They're used to being behind the scenes, not in front of it. Okay, next, recognition of our Teen Advisory Committee members. The Teen Advisory Committee, or TAC, is comprised of Chino residents who are students in the Chino Valley Unified School District. I want to recognize what a great group of leaders we have in our community. Since the beginning of the school year, the TAC has accumulated 558 hours volunteering at every citywide event, Chino Youth Museum event, and more. During the year, the TAC completed 3 service projects. The first service project was collecting donated Halloween costumes that benefited the Care Closet. The second service project was assisting in the transformation of the Chino Youth Museum into Santa's Village for the Chino Youth Christmas Parade and Fair. Finally, the third service project was the beautification of the Teen Center by assisting our public works staff with planting flowers to enhance the center's curb appeal. These future leaders are a true asset to our community, and their efforts should not go unrecognized. Tonight, we have certificates of appreciation for each TAC member, and we will also recognize our graduating seniors. I'd like to call out Brissa Castillo, CSPR Coordinator. Would you please join me up front?
Well, thank you, Mayor Uloa and members of our council. And as always, thank you for your continued support of our Teen Advisory Committee. To our TAC members, thank you for all of your time, effort, and dedication to our community. It does not go unnoticed, so thank you. Okay, first we have Benjamin Martinez. We have our chairperson, Flor Hernandez. We have our Vice Chairperson, Caricia Rojas. We have our Secretary, Kathleen Chang. We have Member Sophia Henderson. We have Member Drew Ramirez. We have Member Julia Barraza. We have Member Leah Jung. We have Member Chinmay Firki. We have Member Abigail Flores. We have Member Chelsea Young.
There you go. And we're missing one more. We're missing one more. Yeah, go for it. Say whatever you want.
And last but not least, we have Member, I'm sorry. Ariel Merrill Cuevas. There we go.
Oh, we missed one. Oh, I apologize, Ariel. We'll get you a certificate. Somehow we slipped it. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of our future leaders. Let's give them another hand. Put the short people in front.
Perfect. On three. 1, 2, and 3. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for your participation. Have to get her certificate. I know we're going to do that. Next, we have our businesses of the month. 27 years in business is no small feat, but this business has stood the test of time. For the month of May 2026, I would like to congratulate CE Mechanical as one of our businesses this month. I'd like to call up President Dave Tickenoff, Vice President Nick Tickenoff, and Administrative Assistant Caitlin Tickenoff. Please join me up front. Oh, we're missing one. Specializing in air conditioning and heating systems, their team services hospitals, universities, data centers, and manufacturing plants. CE Mechanical is also very involved in our community. They participate in Christmas toy giveaways, back-to-school backpack initiatives that assist students in need. These efforts are only some of the ways CE Mechanical shows their commitment to giving back, supporting youth development, and strengthening the communities they serve. CE Mechanical started as a small family-owned business operating out of a garage in the Chino home. They have remained in Chino to preserve their family-oriented culture and stay connected to their roots, and they plan to continue growing within the community that helped them get started. Please join me in congratulating one of our May 2026 Businesses of the Month recipients, CE Mechanical. I'd like to present this certificate of congratulations to you for remaining in the city of Chino and being such a fantastic company. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to say that I have been a resident of Chino for 50 years. Moved here, didn't, enjoyed all the cows and everything that came along with them. The city and the services have made it a pleasure to live here. And I'd like to thank the city and fire and police and all the city services for everything they've done to make it a pleasure for us to be here. I'd like to also thank my staff. What I'd like to really focus on is Richard Montillo and his wife. He is, Richard, yeah, come on up here, Richard. Richard is always instrumental, has been extremely instrumental in getting us to participate and engage with the city. And it is,
He's very involved.
yeah, just makes it better for everyone.
That's
So
absolutely
thank you
true.
very much.
Absolutely true. It's a family. Chino's a family.
Chino is a family.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for all your good work and your good reputation and for having Richard with you. He's a treasure. Let's give him one
He is.
hand.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, on three. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Our next business of the month is newer to our city, and we're happy to have them. For the month of May 2026, I would like to congratulate West Coast Sourdough Chino as one of our businesses. I'd like to have owner Jordan Cabrera please join me up front. West Coast sourdough sandwiches and soups keep customers coming back week after week. Customers praise their quick and kind service and only have great things to say about their delicious sandwiches. A little known fact is that they can also make pizza out of their sourdough. This business also offers discounts to first responders, and when they can, they enjoy shopping local here in Chino. West Coast Sourdough is not Jordan's first business in Chino. He also owns the Waba Grill next door. The success of his first business inspired him to invest more in his business and in our community. Please join me in congratulating one of our May 2026 Businesses of the Month recipients, West Coast Sourdough of Chino. A plaque congratulating you. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you, Council. Most importantly, thank you to the City of Chino. Without you guys, we would not be here. Like the Mayor said, we are fairly new. We've only been open for about a year, but with continuous support of the city that we've been seeing, we could be in business for hopefully 27 years or something like that, right? But again, thank you guys so much. If you guys are unfamiliar, we are on the corner of Philadelphia and Ramona, right next to the Waba Grill. That is my dad's also, by the way, not mine on that one, but that one is his, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. But thank you guys so much. If you guys have any issues in the store, please come to me, okay? But thank you guys again so much. Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it.
Be sure to visit them. They have excellent food.
On 3. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Thank you.
Next, we have the Mayor's Home Beautification Award. It's my honor to present this month, May 2026, to Leah and Gregory Fellows of Angelina Court. Would you please come up? We have a certificate of congratulations for your absolutely beautiful home. We have a picture of your house. We have 2 pen sets. I know you get all kinds of goodies.
This is fantastic.
We have 2 lapel pins.
Very nice.
And we have the coveted
Coveted.
award.
Awesome.
That should you choose, you can put it in your yard and tell all your neighbors.
I think they might.
Would you like to say a few words?
Well, I'd just like to say thank you, Mayor, for this recognition. My wife and I, we appreciate it. We've been in Chino for 35 years, and we've had the opportunity to make a lot of different changes with our yards, but this one was the most significant. So we really appreciate the recognition. And also want to give a shout out to one of your employees, Ben Orozco.
Oh,
Yeah, he can't. I don't know if he's here or not. Oh, there he is. He came out to our street and helped us with some minor improvements, and it made our street look even better, even better. So, Ben, thank you very much, and thank you to all the city staff.
Well, thank you very much. Now, who maintains your property?
I do.
You do all the maintenance?
I
Wow, honeydews, right? You tell him what to do?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get a pic.
Okay.
And on three. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
very
much.
much. Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Thank
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, prior to the council meeting this evening, we had a closed session. I'd like our city attorney to announce the item.
Thank you, Mayor, and members of the council, and for all those present, the city council met in closed session and held a discussion as to the single item listed on the closed session portion of the agenda, namely conference with legal counsel, one item of anticipated litigation under the heading initiation of litigation. City council received a briefing, including from attorney Matt Silver, provided direction, and no further reportable action was taken. That concludes the report, Mayor.
Okay, City Manager Wright, do we have any additions or changes to our agenda?
No changes, Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much. Next on our agenda is public announcements. First, do you have any unwanted items cluttering your home? You're invited to our free residential community cleanup this Saturday, May 9th, from 8 to 1 at 13793 Redwood Street in Chino. In partnership with Waste Management, this is your chance to get rid of bulky items such as furniture, appliances, electronics, mattresses, tires, scrap metal, green waste, and so much more, all at no cost to you. This event is for Chino residents only, and you must be prepared to unload your own items. No hazardous waste, sharp needles or syringes, or commercial vehicles will be accepted. For more information, please call Waste Management at 800-423-9986. Next, Chino cyclists of all ages are invited to join us for a beautiful morning bike ride during our annual Chino Bike Day this Saturday, May 9th, from 7:30 to 11 a.m. at Ayala Park. Chino Bike Day is a fun and family-friendly morning featuring a bike obstacle course, kids' activities and crafts, and a community bike ride at 7:45. And a family bike ride led by the Chino Police Department at 9:30. For more information, call Carolyn Owens Community Center at 909-334-3258, and we'll see you there. Finally, I invite you to join us for Chino in Action, reaching new heights on Saturday, June 6th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Stuvey Family Park, located at 16050 East Preserve Loop. Be among the first to get up close with Chino's brand new police helicopter. Explore a Touch a Truck showcase featuring police, public works, and Chino Valley Fire District vehicles, and enjoy activities for kids, a delicious barbecue hosted by the Chino Police Officers Association, and more. This is a one-of-a-kind opportunity to experience your city in action, from the ground to the sky, and we hope to see you there. Next item on the agenda is public communication. This is the time and the place for the general public to address the council on items that do not appear elsewhere. We would be glad to hear your concerns, but we cannot take any action on any item that's not on the agenda. Our first request to speak is Pastor John Mata from Calvary Chapel, Chino Valley. Please join us if you'd like to participate in an invocation.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and Mayor Pro Tem and council members, on behalf of Pastor David Rosales and Calvary Chapel, Chino Valley, thank you for this opportunity to pray. Let's pray. Father, we come before you this evening in the name of Jesus with gratitude for the opportunity to gather and lead in service of our community. Thank you for the city of Chino and for the men and women who faithfully serve in it. Tonight we lift up our Madam Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, city council members, and city attorney and city manager. Grant them the wisdom and unity and the integrity to make the decisions for the good of all. May they lead the community with humility, courage, and a heart to serve. We also pray for those who protect and respond of time of need, our police officers, including the police captain, our firefighters and fire captain, and every first responder. Surround them with your protection and strength. Give them peace in danger, wisdom in crisis, and honor in their service. Let this meeting be guided by justice, clarity, and compassion, but most of all by your Spirit. And may Chino continue to be a city marked by peace, purpose, and unity. And we pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Let's see. Next is request to speak. Golly whiz. Next request to speak is Sophia Cohen.
Hi, good evening, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, City Council, and City staff. Again, my name is Sophia Cohen. I'm with Assemblymember Michelle Rodriguez's office, and I'm excited to announce that our office is having a call for nominations for our community awards at our second annual summer barbecue happening this June. The categories include Small Business of the Year, Veteran of the Year, and Teacher of the Year. Nominations can be submitted at bit.ly/2026 Summer BBQ nominations or by calling our office at 909-902-9606. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. Next is Melissa Campani.
Well, good evening, Mayor, council members, staff, and of course, community members. My name is Melissa Campani, and I'm here representing York County Supervisor Kurt Hagman. And I have a quick question for you. What do you think might be of interest to many of our constituents? Maybe meeting someone from Aging and Adult Services, perhaps someone from the Assessor Recorder's Office, or maybe you'd like to talk to someone from the Office of Emergency Services. Well, great news. Supervisor Hagman is hosting his annual spring-summer open house, and those departments and many more are actually coming to his district office in Chino Hills. It's a great opportunity to speak with departments that maybe you've had questions for or just want to know a little bit more about what they do. In addition, we will also be having resources that serve our 4th District of San Bernardino County. For instance, Omnitrans and the Ontario International Airport. So it's a great opportunity. We encourage everyone to come out on Wednesday, May the 20th. This event is from 5 to 7 p.m. and it's going to be a large event. We close the street in front of the office so that we have plenty of room for lots of people to join in the fun. Let's see, if you visit each booth, we're going to have an opportunity drawing for fun prizes. So we encourage you all to pre-register, and attendees will receive an extra raffle ticket. You can respond RSVP to supervisorhagman.eventbrite.com. Always a good idea because food will be provided by the Chino Valley Professional Firefighters and Chino Police Officer Associations. Snacks will be provided by Chino Hills CO Cops. We just want to make sure to have enough food for everyone, and it is really a wonderful event. If you get a chance, bring your family, bring your neighbors, bring your council member, and come on out and have a good time. Woo, that's a mouthful. One more terrific event. That's a fun one, and I will be there. Will be taking place on Saturday, June the 6th. This is an event with Supervisor Kurt Hagman in partnership with our beautiful city of Chino, and it's time for that document shredding event. So let's get rid of all those papers that you don't want to be placed in the wrong hands on Saturday, June the 6th, 9 a.m. to noon, or until the trucks reach capacity. And it's going to be happening right here. The location is Chino City Hall. The address is 13220 Central Avenue in the city of Chino. We do ask you limit your shredding materials to 3 standard size filing boxes, and no batteries, CDs, binders, DVDs, that sort of thing. Let's make it easy for those machines to crunch up all that paperwork. And if you have any questions, of course, we are available at Supervisor Hagman's office to answer any questions. 9 a.m. is a super busy time in my experience. I'm usually here helping people. So I would suggest maybe 10 a.m. if you don't want to wait in line. Some people want to come get that all squared away right away. And there again, we are asking people to pre-register at hagmanshred0626.eventbrite.com so we can get those lines moving. And it's all free. All these events are free. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Melissa. Next, we have Richard and Lisa Montijo.
Hello. I passed out all my flyers, so I'm going to have to read from my phone.
Richard, you want one to show?
No, I got it right here on my,
Okay.
the chief gave me one, sorry. So we wanted to share tonight about our upcoming events that we have planned, but we have a new collaboration that we're doing with Chino PD. Our whole purpose was, or is, and when we first started partnering with the Chino PD, I think it was over like 20 years ago, we started doing, I think our first event was our pack giveaway that we did, and we did it at our house, you know. So the main purpose was to help with the relationship with the PD and in our community here in our vicinity right here, but it's reached out to more than just right here on 6th Street and this side of Chino or Central, and then that side of Central. So we have a new collaboration that we're starting to do. I just wanted to read something real quick, but it's called the Chino Community Connection, connecting people and strengthening the community. Chino Community Connection is a collaboration between the Chino Police Department, You Choose Positive Youth, and our community, of course. Through engagement and open dialogue, this partnership is designed to strengthen relationships and build a safer and more connected Chino. So with me and the big boss, you know, we feel we got some more energy still to go, you know. So I'm excited about this thing that we're doing. I want to give a shout out to Lieutenant Olden and Trish Dinkle at the PD, and Alex Wright too for helping us. We have a strategic plan that we're putting in place with the chief's okay, you know. But on Saturday, I was passing out this flyer to everybody, so hopefully we can get this out. But Saturday, May the 30th, is our new pop-up event from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Villa Park. We're going to have food, raffles, games, tons of fun. We're hoping to have a dunk tank there too, so it's going to be good for our community to help with the relationship between our police officers and the citizens of Chino. So we're hoping to collaborate and do this. We have a few other events planned. We're going to be hitting Heritage Park, the homecoming over there. I think the homecoming, we don't have a flyer out for that yet, but it's June the 24th. June the 24th, we're going to be hitting that area too. But our hope is just to help support our police department in make their policing job easier, but also with the leaders too, governing the bodies here over there at homecoming, here in our community also. Also, we're getting ready for our backpack giveaway June 25th. So that'll be, we've grown to over or about 500 backpacks that we give away to the kids in Chino Valley, the school district. with partnering with the city, the Chino Police Department, and Chino Valley Fire also come support. So we just wanted to share this new thing that we got going on, Chino Community Connection. Hopefully, everybody got a flyer, but we come to share that because with everything that we do, we need support. So if people want to help or they're interested, just contact Trish Dinko at the Chino PD, or find a way to contact my wife and I, and we'll point you in the right direction to either volunteer or just help with finances or whatever it is, because we want to make a big difference here in our community and keep going, keep the kids going in a positive direction. Right?
Well, you already have made a big difference, Richard, you and Lisa both. But I have a question for you. Who are you going to put in the dunk tank?
Oh, they're saying one of the officers, I don't know yet, but I'm going to have to let the chief and them decide about that.
I think you would probably get a lot of people there if it was the chief of the fire department and the chief of the police department.
Actually, Mayor, Chris said he'll volunteer to get in the dunk tank.
Oh, Chris is going to get in the dunk tank?
We'll put him in his Speedo and then put him over there in the dunk tank.
No, there's limits.
All right.
No Speedos.
And the water's not heated, Chris.
The weather's not heated.
So we're going to be posting up these flyers all over Chino, and then hopefully get the community involved. It's our first thing that we're doing, so we're hoping to get the families and the youth out there to support.
Your family has
get it-
just
get it-
been absolutely stellar in our
Get it
community
going.
for years and years and years. Your dad had made a big impact, Lisa. So I want to thank you personally for everything that you've done for so many people.
No, thank all of you, the chief and all his guys, and all of you guys for supporting, because we can't do what we do without your support. It just helps with so that we can make a big difference, and make our community. We want to do what we can to make our community better. Right?
Takes a team.
Yeah.
Takes a team. Let's give them a hand. Okay, next we have Alex Lopez.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, and community. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak tonight. My name is Alex Lopez, and I'm an outreach specialist for Reach Out. Reach Out is a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to serving the city of Chino and the Inland Empire for over 50 years. And I'm here tonight to share some information about some of our programs and services to the community. Our organization offers substance use prevention programs such as in-school drug education presentations. And the topics we cover include alcohol, cannabis, vaping, opioids, along with coping skills and healthy alternatives for students. We also facilitate opioid overdose response training for community members who are interested in learning how to safely administer Narcan to prevent an opioid overdose and potentially save a life. I would also like to invite you all to our National Innovative Communities Conference, which will be on June 9th and 10th at the Riverside Convention Center. Our conference theme this year centers on trust, exploring how we can intentionally build, restore, and strengthen trust between people and the systems that shape their lives, while inspiring new ideas, deeper collaboration, and meaningful progress. Our conference will feature more than 25 different breakout sessions covering topics such as health and wellness, leadership building, and workforce development. And for parents who would like to attend, we're excited to offer a dedicated youth track for students so you can bring the whole family and enjoy an engaging experience for everyone. While there is a cost to attend this conference, I am part of the registration team, and I would be more than happy to accommodate any of our community members who would like to attend by receiving a sponsorship voucher. Please find me afterwards and we can connect. Lastly, I would also like to highlight one of our community coalitions called Partners for Innovative Communities. Now, this is a group that is made up of local stakeholders and community members that are interested in learning more about substance use trends and strategize different ways to tackle substance misuse within their communities. And the next PIC meeting will be on May 28th from 12 to 1:30 p.m. at our Reach Out Upland office. And I can provide more information and have flyers for that as well. Thank you again for your time. I look forward to connecting with folks afterwards. Thank you.
Alex, for the viewing community, do you have a phone number for people to call if they'd like to find out more information?
Yeah, they can call my phone number, and I have it right here. Give me 1 second. They can contact me directly. It's 951-335-0094.
Okay. Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you.
Next, we have Donna Marchese, Ark and Sherman's Garden. And I see you brought Mr. Bob with you.
Yes, Mr. Bob is here. Yes. Okay, first we'll go over ARC real quick. If you have a cat problem.
Donna, speak into the microphone.
Hello, hello. If you have a cat problem, you call ARC and they will help you. They will give you a voucher for a free spay and neuter, and they will give you a trap, very much like this. They don't give you any instructions on how to do it. They don't tell you that you should put paper in the bottom of this trap so the cat has something besides wire to live on. They don't tell you how to set it up. They don't tell you how to cover the cat after you catch it so it calms down. So I asked them a week ago Sunday, 2 weeks ago Sunday, if they had instructions, because Terry Carver and Kelly Frombach prepared instructions to hand out with the traps. They said yes. A couple days later, I'm over at Ontario's Spay and Neuter, and this cute little Asian gal comes in, little lady. She's got a cat in a trap. No paper, no cover, no nothing. Kelly starts asking questions, and what she could get out of her, because her English wasn't real great, was that cat had been in that trap for 2 days, no food, no water. That's not good. So I'm hoping, my purpose to come to you is to impress upon the directors of ARC, when you find problems or areas of improvement, please ask them to try harder. I know they're stressed. So, but that needs to change. You can't have an animal in a trap like that for days, and they need a little bit of comfort. A little bit of newspaper isn't much to ask. So, and my second thing is the garden, Mr. Sherman's garden on Monte Vista. He got cited and he got fined for having a very unique garden in his front yard, which was approved in 2019, because I remember when he first got approval and he started setting it up. And as yards do, and the other people said they have evolved over the years with their yard, it has changed. It's quite unique. But they are saying that it differs significantly from neighboring properties. So when does everybody have to look alike? That doesn't seem right. And a lot of people on the internet are wondering why we get dictated that we have to be the same. Some people have all rocks, some people have a lot of succulents. I like grass. So I went by your house today, because I know where you live. I don't know where anybody else lives. Your neighbor across the street has all rock, and it's not that pretty because they're not keeping the weeds and stuff up. And another thing that he got cited for was stuff's too tall. There needs to be a 3-foot line of sight. Never heard of that. Your neighbor to the north of you, their hedge is over 3 feet. There's a lot of properties like that in Chino.
I know, it's hard to get out of the driveway.
We've got these silly little rules. And it's unkempt and overgrown. Maybe he could thin it out a little. I don't know. But he's got huge papaya plants. I've got giant bird of paradise in my yard. Potentially attracting pests. He got cited for that. Is there any evidence that there are pests? I've been to his house several occasions. I don't see rat droppings. I don't see critters running around. So that doesn't seem right. Vegetation exceeds 3 feet. Well, when you have, people have fruit trees in their front yards. People have large rose bushes. There's stuff more than 3 feet in a lot of yards here. And the one that's interesting is they cited him for crops. Now, I've lived here 75 years. I know what a crop looks like, because I lived where Don Lugo was, green feed and corn for the cows and Weeks roses. Those are crops. This is a front yard. This is a garden. This is not crops. So they want him to have a great big huge setback, like 15 feet. He'd have a garden about 3 foot by 3 foot. He doesn't have crops. So the city, I think it would be nice if they could work with him a little bit better. Maybe he could thin out a couple things. Maybe he could prune a little more. I don't know. But it just seems like the city came down on him pretty hard, and maybe there's some wiggle room here. So I don't know if you know the situation, but I'd like somebody to try to work with him a little more.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, next written request to speak is Maureen Mo Mendoza.
My name is Maureen Mo Mendoza. I want to begin by sincerely apologizing for my comments at last month's meeting regarding the Animal Resource Center of the Inland Empire. In my frustrations, I made a statement that came across as disrespectful, particularly to Councilmember Burton, and I truly regret that. That was not my intent, and I take responsibility for how it was said. And I'm glad you spoke out and said something, because who knows what I would have said next. I went off script, and you should never go off script. I do, however, remain concerned that the level of detail provided during the budget presentation regarding ARC has been insufficient for the public to fully understand how funds are being allocated. I respectfully ask that future presentations include a clearer breakdown so the public can better understand how those funds are being used. And my next comment is, I am here to address a vacancy with the Friends of the Animal Resource Center of the Inland Empire. As you are aware, which I believe you guys already know, that Misty Fram, who represented the city of Chino, has resigned due to relocation. I respectfully ask that this position continue to be filled by a Chino resident to ensure our community remains properly represented. I would like to recommend Donna Marchese for this role. Donna has proven background in animal welfare and shelter operations. Through her work with the West End Animal Shelter, she served in multiple capacities, including animal care, facility support, fundraising, demonstrating a well-rounded understanding of the shelter operations. She also remains actively involved today, volunteering at the Animal Resource Center every Sunday, where she cleans cat kennels and feeds the cats. This reflects her ongoing commitment and hands-on involvement. Additionally, Donna has worked with the Office of Kurt Hagman on animal welfare matters. Her engagement with the public agencies and community efforts speaks to her qualification. Several members of the council already know Donna and her dedication to the community. She brings both experience, commitment, qualities that are essential for this role. For these reasons, I respectfully ask that you consider Donna for this position and ensure Chino continues to have a strong local representative. Thank you.
Thank you, Mo. Kurt?
I do appreciate that information, Mo. We do have current representation for the city of Chino. The goal is to have representation throughout the JPA. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we didn't have representation from the city of Montclair. So I will confirm that and I'll get back to you for sure. But I believe we're going to need to maybe pass that over to the city of Montclair.
Next written request to speak is it Maria Richardson? Marcia Richardson.
Good evening. My name is Marcia Richardson. I believe I sent most of you emails last 3 or 4 days. And I'm sorry if I start crying because it's very sensitive for me. I'm a 68-year-old citizen, senior citizen on low income. I'm just trying to get by. I'm disabled. 8 years ago, was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and then along with that, since through the years, I've developed peripheral neuropathy, spinal stenosis. I could keep going. Severe arthritis in my knees. I mean, the list goes on and on with what I have. But I'm in pain a lot, of course. I am on a low inflammation diet that helps with my pain, which helps a lot. I just discovered this a couple years ago, so I'm very grateful for that. But I have to keep moving or I would get worse, so I do try to keep going. Some people think I'm fine because I am moving, but they don't understand the limits that I have with that. And since I had to take an early retirement about 7-8 years ago due to this, so now I only make $14,852 in my Social Security. I don't have any other income other than that. I tried working at jobs, but it's really hard with you're in pain and you got to take off time or whatever. So I started to sell online, yard sales, and have yard sales. And such nice friends and people were donating things to me that would help me support myself. I've lived in my home in Chino for 39 years. I just love it here. And I tried to get my yard in order, but when people were donating so many things at the same time, I couldn't find any help to help me organize it in my yard, the backyard, the front yard. It was just overwhelming for me, but I was very grateful to it too. And so I decided to do that because then I could work when I can, we'll say, and then I could rest other days. So my thing is I kind of work, let's say on Monday, and then by the next day I'm wiped out and my body's just aching. So then I could work and then rest kind of thing, which it was hard for me to find a job like that. And it just got away from me and overwhelming. I couldn't get it all cleaned up and organized by myself. Like I said, I couldn't find help. The city did offer helpers, but it was hard for them also when I talked to code enforcement to get helpers. Also, they were busy with helping other people, we'll say too. And so I was turned over to the receiver. They even told me that they could help me. But what ended up happening was that he kind of took over. I didn't know anything about what a receiver does. I'm really good at Googling. I do that a lot. I tried to find an attorney to maybe help me understand it. I couldn't find one back then either. And I just, they said they could help me get organized, but it didn't happen. I constantly asked for help everywhere. So finally, I finally found help the end of last year, I'll say, or something. A couple guys and my neighbors noticed I was cleaning stuff out from the backyard, and they donated their time to help me. I mean, a lot of time. I was so appreciative. So the receiver had 3 guys in a trailer come for 2.5 days to take trash out. And they took even some stuff, though, that was my stuff. And I was there trying to help them also, telling them or explaining to them what the things mean to me and stuff. So I was able to keep some things, which I organized very well. I thought at least the guys did. I was kind of telling them what to do and being a boss over them, I guess I'll say. And so now, after all that, I'm being charged $100,000 from the receiver, and as of April 30th, and also $20 a day in interest. I can't afford that. They put 5 liens on my property. I applied for 4 reverse mortgages. I'm so sorry, I'm crying. I thought an appraiser was going to come out because one said, yeah, I think we could do that. We will pay the liens off with your equity. That didn't happen because they said the liens, they couldn't do it with the liens. I have to pay the liens off first with a personal loan, they told me, to wipe them off, and then I can apply for the reverse mortgage and I'd be okay. But in the meantime, I thought those appraisers were coming out and they canceled like 2 days before. So I took cash advances out on 2 credit cards I have. I went online and asked for loans. And of course, you get a whole mess of companies going to give you a loan. Well, one gave me $5,000, so I got that payment now to make. So I was able to get a roof put on because it needed a roof. I had 2 leaks in the house, and those are repaired now. And the house painted so that way the appraiser would at least see that it looks good. And then they canceled, so I did all that for nothing right now. So now I'm in debt with that also. So I
Mayor.
just need help and, I don't know
The
what
5 minutes has expired.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know it'd take that long.
No, that's okay.
And that was it.
Fred?
After all, that was all. Sorry.
Thank you, Mayor. Although I usually advise that we not speak about active code enforcement cases, I did speak to the city's prosecutor about this case, and I understand he has spoken to the receiver, and the receiver is willing to make a compromise on the outstanding fees to address the concerns raised this evening. So I understand the receiver will be reaching out to her to address that amount.
Yeah, I believe that there are city staff also that's trying to figure out how to help her.
That is correct.
Marcia, there are people that are going to try to help.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sorry
Welcome.
for so long.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, those are the only written requests that we have to speak on items that are not on the agenda. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address us on any other item that's not on the agenda? Stubby, I have your item on number 7. Okay, there is one other lady also. I'll call on you as soon as Stubby's done. Okay? Stubby?
Good evening, council and staff. They've already left. I tried to get your attention when the Teen Advisory Committee was up here. And I just still want to go on record. Every year, those kids work hard. They're just exemplary examples of future leaders. This year, though, was exceptional. These kids this year were so enthusiastic that it was contagious. I mean, literally contagious. We had the Earth Day thing out there recently at the IEUA wetlands, and they have 3 third graders walking around, right, and they're giving them cactus, right, and they're just, of course, jumping with joy, right? And all the booths were like that. It's a tough thing to teach kids about recycling, and except at our Teen Advisory Committee. Those kids, they were right in there, hands-on. Everybody was smiling. Kids were coming up, crowding the booth. It's just amazing. And this particular group, hopefully they'll hear about this. Like I said, I tried to flag you down, but there's too many people in the way. A fine example of what the city can do and help these kids learn to be good leaders and good citizens. So
Well,
just wanted to get that out.
Thank you for the compliments. Ma'am?
It's not about agenda item, right?
Right.
Hello, Mayor, staff, council. My name's Joanne Jennis. I'm actually a resident of Chino Hills. I just wanted to thank you for acknowledging and giving the proclamation for NAMI. As many of you remember, you might remember my son, Cody Jennis, who was a homeless drug addict with mental health issues, and on top of ADHD, neurodivergent. But I have went through our county. There are mental health programs. It's a long process, unfortunately. And he was killed after 7 days after they released him after an evaluation, which we're still trying to get that squared away. But I wanted to also thank Chino PD and Officer Bernath, who they actually found the driver in the hit and run within a month. They worked hard. And God bless them, they found him. We're going through the court system now with this driver. But thank you for acknowledging NAMI. I actually belong to a group, a support group for caretakers for mental health, and we've had NAMI actually there and speaking for our little group, and it's a wonderful group. But thank you for acknowledging. And by the way, the court system, being in the court, the judge was a little upset when she heard my son was killed and ordered somebody from Arrowhead to come to the hearing. And this is a list from them, actually. 9 changes with the Lower's Law, they called Assistant Outpatient Treatment, AOT evaluation. And it's almost like that crosswalk, the needing a signal. You know, when someone dies, I think this is the change that happened because I have been so proactive and speaking out that, and this is new. These mental health programs in our county are new and they're learning. And they've only had 2 other AOT cases at Arrowhead. So this is learning for them and they're making changes for the better, which unfortunately, maybe my son's, that's where it came from. But thank you for letting me speak. And I can't thank the PD enough for what they've done to help me. Thank you. You have a good evening.
Thank you for being
Mayor,
here.
I know I'm sorry, condolences to you for your husband, and I know the grief. My grief is still there. My heart's with you. Thank you.
Thanks. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to address the council about an item that's not on the agenda? Okay, seeing none, excuse me. We have a tradition at our city, and that is when we have students here from schools, we like to call them up and have them introduce themselves, say the school that they're from, their teacher, the class that they're taking. So I understand that we have several students in the audience, and so I'm going to call you to come up and introduce yourselves. And if you don't want to come up, we have policemen here that can they can escort you. Come to the lectern, sweetie.
Hi, we're from Ontario Christian High School. We came here for our government class with Mr. Zaidama. My name's Avery. This is Sophie and Maya and Brady and Matthew.
Well, thank you for being here. Now, what is the class that you're taking?
Government.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you need to report to your teacher that you came tonight?
Yeah.
Well, you're also filmed and on TV, so if he doesn't believe that you're here, all he has to do is watch the council meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Uh-huh. I have 2 grandsons that graduated from Ontario Christian.
My daughter did.
And his daughter, and Kurt's daughter. Okay, is there anyone else in the audience that would like to address any item that's not on the agenda? Okay, then we will move on to the consent calendar. We do have one item to be discussed, and we have a request to speak, and that's from Stubby Barr for item number 7.
Good evening again, Council. So, this particular development, which is about 10 years or so in the making, is not compliant with accessibility laws, and there are other issues with it regarding other laws and regulations. I have done 2 written reports on this project, one at the request of the city, the first one, a second one as a follow-up. And then I read this report, which says that, hey, we allowed them to fix everything per the agreement that was made in 2016, which is fine, except that's against the law. The government code, the exact law that tells government how to operate, happens to be section 4451, I believe it's paragraph C, that requires that at the time of construction, any accessibility law that is in place must be followed, period. Doesn't matter when the project was approved. There is an exception for projects that require a building permit, but of course, building permits don't apply to work that's done in the public right-of-way. So, in addition, I want to bring to your attention something that I have never gotten an answer on, Excuse me. I should know better than to move. I'm sorry. So they required the developer to widen and do the street improvements on the west half of Central Avenue. Those of you who have been here as long as I have know what it used to look like before they built that. The interesting thing is, they didn't have them widen it to the ultimate width, which often happens. You'll widen it maybe to 2 lanes when it's going to be 3 lanes. Except in this particular case, the ultimate width is only 2 feet further than the curb that they had them install. Which means in the future, when the city widens the street to the ultimate width, they have to move the curb and gutter. In that particular location, they're gonna have to repave at least the curbside lane, have to move all of the street trees, which means they'll chop them down and put in saplings, and they'll have to remove the retaining wall that runs all the way along in front of the project on Central Avenue. No one has ever been able to give me an answer as to why that is, and it makes absolutely no sense. It just puts a huge burden on the city in the future for something else that the developer should have been responsible for. So please keep that in mind when you approve this. Thank you.
Thank you, Stubby. Do we have any staff comments, Linda?
Good evening, Mayor and council members and community members here tonight. So this has been a project in the making for 10 years. It was first approved by the council back in August 16th of 2016. The construction did occur in 2016 through 2019 based on the history that we've recovered. And for a period of time between 2019 and 2023, there was a gap where the city and the developer did lose connection. We had COVID-19 happen during that time. We had staff turnover, and we also had the developer's consultant team also turn over. So again, this has been a project in the making for 10 years. For us as new staff, we were working with the city attorney's office too, and going back to some of the things that we've learned about settlement agreements, buckets A, buckets B, bucket C, when it comes to development that was constructed December 31st, 2016 and earlier, where the project's accepted as constructed, no funds from the developer, and city is responsible for maintenance moving forward. We could potentially go back to the developer and say, hey, maybe we can have you do some of these improvements, but we've somewhat set precedents with some of these development settlement agreements we've done with other developers. So in line with that type of format, we said, let's just move forward. Do these meet the best ADA requirements? No, they're meeting 2016 requirements. And again, if we were to go back to the developer, we'd probably go back into some sort of potential settlement agreement. We've already set precedents with some of the other settlement agreements we've done with other development. So that's why this new staff chose to go that direction with trying to close this project that has been in the books for the last 10 years. To answer the question about widening of Central, I can't speak for the staff that was here 10 years ago, but in talking with new staff and my public works director, I don't know if the city would widen Central more than it already is. It's already 3 lanes in southbound and 3 lanes in the northbound direction based off of a Google image I just looked at. So I don't know why we would go wider than what it already is today. So I personally think as your city engineer that Central Avenue and this portion of the area is already at ultimate, and we would just leave it like that unless something down the future happens where that would cause a change. But at this point, as a city engineer, I wouldn't recommend doing any more widening because that just means more maintenance for city staff down the road to maintain a wider road. Just add another foot or 2. That just adds us a little bit wider capacity on the far out lanes. So I don't see the necessity for it at this time and maybe into the future. So those would be my responses.
Thank you very much, Albert. Do we have any council comments or questions? Kurt?
Is that portion of Central, as far as the lanes are concerned, are they within the legal requirements as far as the width of each lane in that portion?
I haven't I have not personally measured those lanes, but just looking off of these images, they range anywhere between 12 and 11-foot lanes. Sometimes having an 11-foot lane is pretty good because it kind of creates that narrowing effect to slow down vehicles, and instead of making a wider lane where you end up having an increase in speeds, having that variety between 11 and 12 feet is actually pretty good to kind of introduce more of a traffic calming measure.
But you're not aware of any legal requirements as far as what the minimum width has to be?
The minimum width is no less than 10 feet.
No less than, okay, thank you very much.
Karen, did you have a comment?
Thank you, Mayor. This is really hard. Mr. Barr, I want to, just thank you for your comments tonight. We've had a lot of these projects come between us, in front of this council, that we've had to just basically kind of roll up our sleeves, and we've acknowledged it in both infrastructure committee meetings as well as publicly to the council, where we acknowledge we've made mistakes. I don't know why at the time. I think to your point, Albert, I appreciate your candor on this because there's really no beating around the bush about it. I think to Mr. Barr's point, it's just, to our staff sitting here tonight, it's imperative that we follow our own plan or our own rules when we review these plans. And we've had a lot of discussions as of recent with our staff and with our city manager. I don't know why it wasn't done in the past. I also think it's hard for a council. You're looking at these and you're trusting in your staff at the time that these plans are going along as that are proper. I just want to acknowledge to the public that, hey, there were certainly mistakes on this. It's been hard for us, but certainly the answer now isn't to go and tear this out and reconstruct it. It's servicing our community in a probably not the manner that we would have liked it to. But the widening of that would have, when I think about it, would have severely impacted several businesses that run south of there, southbound on Central Avenue as well, including an optometrist and a little market that serves that area as well. It's one of those things where, in hindsight, do I wish maybe we would have done some things differently? But I think now, to Albert's point, I think it would be unfair to go back to the developer at this point, especially after we've entered into these agreements. And the public is right in this one. At one point, should we decide to change something up there, it will cost us where we could have had done it differently in the past. But hindsight's always 20/20. But thank you for the comments tonight, and thank you to our staff. And that concludes my comments, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Any other comments? Okay, with that, I would entertain a motion and a second for our consent calendar.
I'll make the motion for the consent, Mayor.
Okay, motion from Councilperson Comstock, second from Mayor Pro Tem Burton. Please vote. And the item passes unanimously. Next on the agenda, Mayor and Council reports. I have item number 9. We each have a lump sum of funds to support different community groups. And I'm always probably horribly procrastinating to the last month before I do mine. So there's a ton of them on the agenda, and I encourage you to look at them if you choose to know where the funds are going. But I would entertain a motion in a second, please.
I'll make the motion, Mayor.
Okay, there's a motion from Councilman Flores, second from Councilman Lucio. Please vote. Well, nuts. There. Item passes unanimously. For my report, it's going to be very quick. Thursday, April 23rd, Wednesday, April 22nd, I attended the Omnitrans Plans and Program Committee meeting. Thursday, oh shoot, hang on. I just touched my screen wrong. I hate doing things on the little phone. Okay, Thursday, April 23rd, I attended the Water Master Board of Directors meeting in place of Mayor Pro Tem Burton. Saturday, April 25th, I attended the Kiwanis Corn Feed Car Show and had the privilege of escorting Oral Hershiser around the car show, which was a lot of fun. Good heavenly days, people know who he is.
We sure do.
And he's like 9 feet tall. Huge guy. That man loves our community, and I don't know if everyone is aware of it or not, but he purchased M.K. Smith. He and his partner purchased MK Smith, and they intend to be very, very active in the community, and I'm sure they will be. The car show turned out nice, like always. A lot of attendees, people having a good time, and it's very interesting to see the community groups that get together. It's like kind of a family reunion. On Thursday, April 30th, I attended the CDA Finance Committee in place of Mayor Pro Tem Burton. Friday, May 1st, I attended the Senior Center May birthday celebration. Last night, I attended the Rotary Cinco de Mayo bingo, and I didn't win. Doggone it. I never win bingo. Well, I can't say that. I did win one time in 43 years. And then tonight, I met with City Manager Reich and Jackie Melendez prior to the meeting, and then attended closed session. Mayor Pro Tem Burton, you have item number 10.
Thank you, Mayor. And I would request approval of community support funds go to the Chino Valley Rotary Club.
Okay, motion and a second, please.
I'll second.
Motion from Councilman Lucio, second from Councilman Flores. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Your report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. The reason I wasn't able to attend those meetings, and the mayor was, thank you very much for filling in for me. Council member Lucio, myself, and some staff traveled up to Sacramento the 22nd through the 24th. We attended the League of California Cities Legislators Days up there. We contacted our legislators, Senator Rubio and Assembly Member Rodriguez. A lot of good things happened as a result of those meetings. So it's good that we go and we are able to make that face-to-face contact with those folks. On the 25th, I also attended the corn feed run. I attended with my 8-year-old grandson who was just overwhelmed by everything going on. He had no idea who the 9-foot-tall guy was with the mayor. And I had to explain to him that was Oral Hershiser, to which he just kind of responded and he shrugged his arms. And I said, okay, I understood that. But I explained it to him, and
He's young.
he is very young. But he thought that was pretty cool after I told him who he was. But it was a great show. A lot of people there. The 27th, I attended a meeting with a representative from the agricultural pool, with the Chino Basin Water Master. Then I had my one-on-one with the city manager. On the 28th, I attended a personnel management committee meeting with the Water Facilities Agency. After that, I attended a briefing with the director of ARC, who, by the way, I will make contact with the ARC and I will make some requests in reference to some directions for the cat traps. I don't think that's unreasonable. So we will take care of that. And then after which I had the honor of attending our volunteer recognition dinner down at Chaffey College Community Center. I am so blessed by the amount of volunteers that we have here. And if I can just give you a couple of stats, from January to December of 2025, 1,396 volunteers donated over 18,776 hours of service to our community. Now, when you look at that, their service is valued at nearly $673,000 to this community through volunteers. That just amazes me. I am so thankful to our volunteers in this community. We've always had a strong volunteer group and corps. City Manager Reich, thank you very much for helping to continue that group. It is definitely worth our while, and it pays off for sure. On the 4th, I attended a Affordable Housing 101 policy meeting with our staff member, Chris Corbin, out in Los Angeles. Then I had my one-on-one with the city manager. And then later, my wife and my daughter and I attended the Rotary Bingo de Mayo with the mayor was there. and I bought some raffle tickets, and I was very fortunate, and I won a twosome to Los Serranos Golf Course, which I'll use with my 8-year-old grandson. So that'll be pretty cool. On the 5th, I had a meeting with a city manager and a resident. That actually was this morning. And then I had the great honor of attending the Walk of Honor for Chino Police Sergeant Jason Larkin, who retired today after nearly 20 years of service with this police department. He just class act, that young man. I call him a young man because he's younger than me. But he just really deserves to retire and enjoy his family at this point in his life. Before he was a police officer, he served in the United States Army, and he just had that servant's heart about him. Really neat guy. And I would also like to add, we have some newly promoted police officers. Chief, if you don't mind, I'm just going to mention these. In attendance tonight, Captain Dustin Tomasek. Can you stand up, please, Dustin? Dustin was just promoted to captain. Dustin has been with the police department his entire life. And I say that to say his father was a sergeant with the Chino Police Department back in my day. He was my very first sergeant, Fernando Tomasek. And I remember Sergeant Tomasek bringing his young boys around. Dustin and his brother would just run wild through the police department over here. And he still does. He's just out of control. But Captain Tomasek, congratulations. Joe McCardle was promoted to lieutenant. Franklin Ike was promoted to sergeant. And Corey Friedel was promoted to corporal. So congratulations to those gentlemen. They're going to do an awesome job. The chief always promotes quality individuals. I have the utmost faith and confidence that they will continue to do the right thing. And Mayor, that's all I have.
Kurt, also tell the audience about the car that's at the police museum.
There is a 1973 Nova? 1976 Nova that is in our police museum. And what is the other car? 69 Plymouth Belvedere, both on display in the Chino Police Department Museum. If you haven't seen them, I encourage you to go and look at those. Those were both restored by Sergeant Fernando Tomasek, given to his son Dustin, and he's so graciously allowed them to be displayed in our museum. They're great old police cars. If you haven't been to our museum, I encourage you to go take a look. It's pretty neat.
Thank you. I do have to tell the audience a cute thing about you, though, last night at bingo. When they called out the N numbers, the first N, Kurt looks at his bingo card and he goes, I don't have an N, because it was a symbol over it and you couldn't see the letter N. I went, oh no, he can't find the N.
But I found the out. Never mind.
Oh, my goodness sakes. Anyway, Councilmember Comstock, you have item number 11.
That's a hard act to follow, Mayor, but I'll try. Thank you, Mayor. I am requesting also the council's support on a donation of $500 to the Chino High School sports boosters, but more specifically to the girls' flag football. So if you don't know John Munger or the Munger family, he's a legend in this community with the steel trap mine. He was actually a very well-respected football coach when I was at Don Lugo High School and finished up his career over at Chino High. He's a CIF winning coach, actually. And when they started this flag football program over at Chino High School, they actually approached Coach Munger and asked him to coach it because they were having a hard time finding somebody to engage in it. These young women, Coach Munger has explained to me, flag football is actually taking off across the Southern California. And he was telling me that some of these young women have a hard time affording some equipment, including their banquet, and asked if I would make a donation to it, so I'm happy to. I will be contacting him, letting him know that this donation is coming his way. So to the Chino High girls flag football program, keep fighting the good fight and keep playing. So That concludes my report on that, Mayor.
Okay, we need a motion and a second, please. Motion from Councilman Lucio.
Second, Mayor.
Second from Councilman Flores. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. And Coach Munger is bigger than life.
He is.
If you get near him anywhere, you can just hear him.
He is. He is, yes. Yeah. And the memory he has is actually phenomenal. I wish I had his memory. On April 24th, I decided to take a trip back out to Chino Market Night since it has restarted, and I enjoyed that. I picked up some small items up there, but that's actually a very well-attended and well-received event by our community. On April 28th, I attended a meeting with Supervisor Hagman along with Councilmember Lucio. We discussed some development projects of mutual concern and other things that are happening within the county with the supervisor. I thought that was a very good meeting. May 2nd, I attended the Corporate Challenge opening ceremonies and gave some opening comments. It was a good turnout there. We have a lot of participation. I stayed through the, one of the events that day is the cornhole. And we actually had some newcomers and two of our directors in Hyjin and Kim who took home the women's gold in cornhole. I mean, who would have thunk it, right? They've never played before. Yeah, exactly. So, and there was no alcohol involved in the whole event, right, if you know anything about cornhole. So congratulations to Team Chino. We actually had some good places out there that day. We had a lot of fun. It was cool in the morning and it burned off nicely. That somewhat concludes my report. I want to thank the TAC members, as already been mentioned tonight. Those two businesses that are in town are really, really well-respected businesses. If you haven't been to South Coast Sourdough, give them a shot. Their sandwiches are great. And again, Dustin, it's already been mentioned, but we're really proud of all the promotions that have been made there. I'm particularly proud as well as yours. I know you're going to serve in your command just wonderfully. Your father would be so proud. I'm another person that had the opportunity to work for your father. People wanted to work for your dad, Dustin. He was one of the, you know how it is, he was one of the first sergeant shifts to get signed up for because they respected him and enjoyed working for him, and I know you're the same type of leader. So congratulations. And that concludes my report for tonight. Oh, one more thing. I feel especially grateful this year, this season, God willing, to still have my mom around. And this coming weekend is Mother's Day. So I wish all the moms out there a great Mother's Day, even to the ones that may be grieving for different reasons. But there's I happen to try and live in a state of perpetual gratitude. I'm very grateful for my mother and the impact she's had upon me and my family's life. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and to you as well, Mayor, and to you, Dr. Reich, and all of our directors as well.
Thank you. Councilman Flores.
Thank you, Mayor. So on the 25th, I, along with probably the rest of the council, attended the feed car show, and that day, I didn't know this, but I guess Walt Pocock, he was honored that day, and it was just so, I felt the sense of gratitude, you know, being able to see him be honored that day. I guess he's stepping down from running the car show, and he's I call him a walking, living legend, and that's what he is. So cheers to you, Mr. Pocock. On that same day, I attended the grand opening and ribbon cutting for M&W Aesthetics and Wellness. Melissa, you were there as well. We had a great time. And it was I didn't know this, Botox is a big thing now. I'm not sure if you guys know about that, but I said, hey, I have a lot of subject matter here, so I may be coming to visit you guys soon.
You want Botox, Chris?
On the 28th, I attended the West Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District. We had our meeting that day. And two things, again, sure, happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful, lovely mothers out there, and to the ones that are grieving as well. And Richard Montijo came up with his wife today, and they presented. I'm definitely open-minded, Mayor, to jump in that. You're right.
It's disgusting.
But I am not jumping in the Speedo. I want to put that out there and have that for the record. But the funny thing is, I haven't heard the word Speedo in a long time. What I know it as is a tantaran. Remember tantarans? Anyways. But I love the work they're doing, and Chief, to the police department, you know, again, the partnership is always amazing. So kudos to the Montijo family for continuing their mission and trying to bring the community together. But that concludes my comments.
Well, there's one more thing you need to talk about. What is all this stuff right in front of you, Chris?
Yeah, so
you need to show.
I'll show the cake.
No, show the sign too.
Yeah, I'm a graduate this year. I'm a graduate this year. I'm graduating from law school. It's been quite the run, and it's been a lot of ups and downs, but we're done. May 16, I'm graduating. I take my last final tomorrow, remedies, and I'm preparing to take the bar in July 28 and 29.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yes.
This young man is one of the most determined young people I have ever met in my life. He has a real estate license, a broker's license, goes to law school, graduates from law school. Now he's going to take the bar exam. He's on the council.
Rides a skateboard.
Rides a skateboard around town. He comes to council meetings sometimes on his skateboard. But Chris, I think we're going to see very great things from you in the future. You are a very unique individual, and it's a privilege to know you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I know your family is very proud of you.
Yes.
Councilman Lucio.
Yes. First, I want to say congratulations, Dustin. Good job, well deserved. And I just wanted to. I was going to give my report, but one of the things that's been coming up a lot, and I know that you're working on it, Chief, but there's been ongoing complaints on social media and complaints about the e-bikes, and I can tell you, there's constant things that come up about kids getting killed in different communities. I think one was recent in Baldwin Park, where a kid got hit by a car and got killed. And then we had one in Irvine and different neighborhoods. And I can tell you, I was out there with Stubby walking the Ivy, and there was a kid that was probably older than 10 years old riding an e-bike. First, he was on the sidewalk, no helmet. Then he was on the street riding, and then as he's riding, he's running the stop signs, going on to Oaks. And then I see them all gathered up in front of the clubhouse there at College Park, and they all take off, and they take up the number 2 lane doing wheelies. So I think we really need to move on this and start doing some enforcement on it before, we make the news that one of our kids gets killed, because they're becoming more blatant. They're having disregard for the safety of the people on the sidewalk. Now they're driving around, doing tricks on the streets, and a lot of these are just basically electric dirt bikes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we really need to come up with a policy that we can all look at, so that we can change our code, so we can do some enforcement on it, because obviously the parents don't know what their kids are doing, or if they do know what their kids are doing, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and enforcing them not to be doing those kind of things on the street. But I think it's time that we take that step and we start doing some enforcement on that. And I know you're working on it, so I'd like to see it hopefully before the summer, because once the summer comes, it's just probably going to get worse, because they're going to have a lot of time on their hands. So that's all I have. And for all the mothers, my wife, my mom, and for all the mothers here in our community, I don't know where I would be without my mom. My mom was probably the bigger influence on me than my dad was. So I definitely want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. And that's all I have.
I have to echo what you say about the e-bikes, even in our neighborhood. It's amazing, even the adults that are on them. The other day I was going down Benson, and there was an adult, full-grown man, flying down Benson, going right through stop signs. If there was nobody on the opposite direction, he just went through. And then he crossed over actually on the wrong side of the street going southbound, and then made the curve to the left. It's just, I don't know, it's almost like stop signs, speed limits, and things are suggestions, not the law anymore. But it is scary, it's frightening. City Manager, do you have a report this evening?
No report, Mayor.
City Attorney?
I would just say on the e-bike issue, one pretty significant deterrent that I think it just may spread beyond Orange County is the Orange County District Attorney has filed criminal action against the mother of one of the individuals that collided against the older gentleman who ultimately succumbed to his injuries. But that I was reading a story that about the theory of liability and that may be pushed in other jurisdictions beyond what District Attorney Spitzer is doing in Orange County. So it's something for parents to keep in mind. Just want to say congratulations to Councilmember Flores. I spent my entire time when I was studying in law school just studying, and that was plenty. So it's commendable that you did it while you were doing other things. That's all I have.
And we do expect him to pass the bar the first time, you know. Right? Okay, any director reports this evening? None, okay. Chief Minson.
Yeah, just real quickly, the e-bikes, so we are working on that municipal code section, and we're working with traffic engineering to create that. It's our priority. When we discussed this came up probably about 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago. So there is vehicle code section that it applies right now, and that's what our officers, and we rent their officers, that we are doing enforcement. It's hard because we can't stat it, because it's a lot of the violations that they're riding is being unlicensed, because these bicycles, they're calling them bicycles, they're really not. They're motorized motorcycles. And so they're completely illegal no matter how old the person is to be out on the street. So our officers have been out there, they've been issuing citations for those, and they have been actually impounding them. So, but we've done some social media posts, we've done some education, but it's a problem everywhere. It's a problem regionally, but we're going to come up with some new things that we can do, some more innovative stuff. I know there's some things with the schools that we've seen some surrounding cities that have done, but we're going to do that. Where the Muni Code will help us, it'll help us to better track it, and it'll also be more applicable for the violations when they take place, that we issue it for the municipal code, as opposed to just a very broad California vehicle code. So we're working on that, and I hear you, we'll make this a top priority. And just with this being National Mental Health Awareness Month, I just want to point out that the Chino Police Department, we have 17 members of the department that are specially trained. It's called our Crisis Intervention Team. It's been in place for just over 10 years, where they go and get trained by NAMI. They go to a conference and they provide classes. And so when you have an individual within the community that suffers from some type of mental illness, they get assigned to one of these members of our crisis intervention team. They work with Department of Behavioral Health. So we do a lot. Obviously, we've seen mental wellness and the challenges of them significantly increase in the last 5 years or so. And we could get into the theories of it, and with narcotics and the lack of consequences with laws. Obviously, I do think as Proposition 36, and now that it's passed, as it now can hopefully get funded. Obviously, it was twofold. It was the retail theft side was to address that, which was important, but I think that was what captured a lot of people. But the other side was the drug usage, and being able to have some consequences with the drug usage to get these individuals forced mandated to get help. And that's where right now there's a lot of big push to try to get funding to Prop 36 to help this, because these people that have used drugs for so long with no consequences, their brain has just been destroyed on these drugs, and now it turns into a mental health issue. And that's not everybody, but that is a large portion of the people that we're dealing with. So, and then just lastly, as you know, we're heavily involved in community events and doing different things that we've done for a lot of years, but really excited about some of these new things. And Richard and Lisa talked about the one that we're having at Via Park, and then we're going down to Homecoming. But the other one, and I know, Mayor, you read it in your opening comments, is the Chino in Action on June 6th down at Stuvie Park. We're really looking forward to that event. We are going to have our helicopter down there for kind of a ribbon cutting ceremony. On top of that, we're going to have city booths from all the different departments in the city to be out there. Our different trucks, our Bearcat, fire truck will be out there, public works trucks. We're really, really looking forward to having that event down at the preserve. So, and then just lastly, on a personal note, so I will be going out to Texas next week. My daughter will be also graduating from Texas Tech to getting her master's degree after 5 years. So extremely proud of her. So
is she going to move back home?
She's going to come back home temporarily, and then she's going to be looking real quick to try to find her own place, I'm sure. So that concludes my report, unless you have any questions.
I do. A couple of meetings ago, a gentleman came and talked to us about substances that are being sold that are really dangerous. What's the status of that?
You want to come up here and talk about it? Yeah, so that was a 708, or it's also commonly called Kratom, and we're working with City Attorney Fred Galante's office to create that municipal code. We got some examples from other agencies, and we're working closely, hoping to have that here really quick.
Great. Thank you very much. Any questions of Kevin? Comments? Nope. Thank you very much. Chief Williams.
Good evening, Mayor. Just wanted to make one notification to the community members. This Saturday, May 9th, from 8 to 1 at our training center, 5092 Schaefer, we're having a Sharps collection. The only requirement is that you have to have a city ID to show that you live in the city, number one. And number two, the Sharps have to be in an approved container, Sharps container. And so between 8 and 1, come on out if you need to get rid of your Sharps, and that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anything else for this evening? Okay, with that, Thursday at noon here at City Hall, we will be hosting the National Day of Prayer. So Calvary Chapel, Chino Valley, usually their band is here and there's prayers from different ministers and stuff. So if you're not doing anything at noon on Thursday, come on out and join us at City Hall steps. With that, we are adjourned to our next meeting, which will be held on Tuesday, May 12th at 6 o'clock with a closed session starting no earlier than 4 if needed. We are adjourned.